I think so. We are live.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Dhanshree, your voice is not audible to me. Yes, now.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, TNPPC, and I'll be really happy if you take a moment and subscribe to our channel below. Myself, Dhanshree Dadhe, your today's host from first year Biotechnology branch. But before we start, I want to welcome you all on today's Mulakhat, an interaction with play students organized by Training and Placement of PCE, Nagpur. A very good evening to one and all present here. Firstly, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. S. A. Dhale sir, Vice Principal, Dr. G. M. Asutkar sir, Dean TNP, Dr. S. W. Varade ma'am, Co-Dean TNP, Dr. S. Chaturvedi ma'am, and Event in Charge, Professor Satish Tiwari sir. The objective of this event is to know the procedure of interviews and campus and off campus placement to understand the rules and regulations of company interviews and also to know about the scope in their specific branch and get professional working culture idea. Now, let me introduce you to one of the bright students of our college from fourth year mechanical engineering, the vice president of MESA Forum, and a prestigious member of Ishari Students Chapter Nagpur, who also received an offer letter from IT firms like Cognizant and Capgemini, Mr. Vishal Yede. And on the other hand, we have with us Mr. Shubham Talkhande, the bright student from fourth year mechanical engineering, who is also the technical and discipline in charge and has 1 year experience in core industry, and now he has been placed in Cognizant company. Now, without wasting our time, let's dig in towards the question. So I would like to ask Shubham sir, did you always wanted to be an engineer? If no, then what else?
So, good evening, all of you. I would like to welcome all the faculties, members, TNP members, and all the people who are present over here. Uh, yes, Dhanashri, I always wanted to be an engineer because I am very passionate about learning new technologies which are ruling today's industry market. And that's why I took admission in the engineering college. I also love the machine. So that's why that's the one reason I took admission in mechanical engineering branch. I'm doing my best.
Oh, great. And now my first question for Vishal sir is, how one can make their CV outstanding and appealing?
Good evening, all. My name is Vishal Yede. Thanks to allowing me to share my experience in on this platform. Thanks to all faculty members and all of you guys. If you want to make your CV or resume stand out from others, so you just need to focus on your passion. Yeah, and also the passion like related to IT companies and what you want to place in all other companies, and make your CV informative and honest, so which give a proper information about yourself. And remember one thing, you just need to focus on you also mention your extracurricular activities and your strengths. It make a biggest impact on your CV. And if you want to join any company like core company or all IT company, you just focused on their needs and what they skill want, and and you need to mention that skills on your resume. That's it.
I would like to
Okay.
add some points in this. So, whenever you will make your resume or CV, don't mention false things in your resume. If you are not okay with, if suppose if you are not okay with Python, just don't mention in your CV or resume. It will create a bad impression during your interview, and that's it.
Okay. To all those who don't know, CV stands for Curriculum Vitae, and it sells your skills, experience, and shows them why you are the right person for the job. My next question is for Shubham sir. Can you please tell us the different stages of an interview?
Uh, Okay, so this is very good question, Dhanashri. Uh, so let me answer this question. It depends on how many students are applying for the company, or for which company you are applying. Uh, uh, Let me tell my experience about my campus recruitment. When Cognizant approached our college, they gave four uh, steps. First is our aptitude test. Second is technical interview. After that, we had our documentation and HR interview. And once we are done with all these three steps, we got our LOI, which is also called as letter of intent. And once you got that letter of intent, you will join that company as a intern or an employee.
Okay, all right, sir. So I would like to know how many internships you have done before this placement.
Okay, so I did three internship and some other courses uh, during the lockdown period and after the lockdown period. So first, my first internship was started from MIDC based aluminium company, uh, where I learned so much thing, which process is actually happening on the aluminium bars and sheet. Uh, that was very great experience for me for 6 months. And after that internship, me and Vishal, along with my two friends, we work in Ajni Loco Shed, which is a railway regarding job. We learned there uh, how to run machines, different machine, how engine actually work, how locomotive actually work. We worked there for 2 months. After that, I we had our project and internship in Tata Advanced System Limited, Mihan, which is situated in Mihan, Nagpur. We had very great experience over there with our friends. Tata Advanced System Limited is actually manufacturing and subsidiary unit of Tata and Sons Group. And also I did some courses like Python, cloud computing, which helped me to clear all my interview processes.
Sir, it sounds fantastic. This explains why you both got placed in Cognizant company.
Thank you.
Vishal sir, would you mind telling us the difficulties that you encountered during the interview?
Yes, there are so many there are so many difficulties are tackled before the interviews. First one is my vocabulary is quite low, so I'm working on it, and also key points like confidence, body language, and last but not least, how to present ourselves. So these are difficulties are tackled before the interview, but but if you want to overcome all these difficulties, you just need to practice on the in front of mirror. It is the best way to overcome all these difficulties. And and as your mirror is like your interviewer. It make good impact on your confidence and all, and it is also beneficial for your interview. That's it.
I also like to add some point. So interview with Cognizant was my very first experience in the campus recruitment. And as Vishal told you, uh, we are from a core background. So maybe we are not good in vocabulary or fluency. We don't have that fluency in English, so we are working on that. So I also like to tell all the student over here to practice their English and make their vocabulary good. More will be the uh, goodness in vocabulary. They will get placed as soon as possible.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wise advice. And I absolutely agree with you as I do the same thing. Moving on to the next question. Shubham, sir, what keeps you motivated? And how was your overall experience?
Okay, so let me tell you a story of mine, which is very short story. So when I visited our college first time along with my father, so we found big holdings hanging on the walls of our college, having images of our seniors who got placement from the college. So when my father saw that uh, होल्डिंग्स ही आस्क्ड मी कि तेरा भी फोटो लगेगा क्या ऐसे. सो आई वाज वेरी स्पीचलेस एट दैट टाइम. सो आई थॉट अगर ये ले सकते हैं तो हम क्यों नहीं. सो फ्रॉम दैट डे आई स्टार्टेड preparing for all the campus recruitment. I joined aptitude classes, CRT classes, and do all the things which are important for campus recruitment. So yes, that was the very first thing which motivated me. And I think our parents is doing so much struggle, and they are uh, doing so much things to pay our fees, to do our uh, education in good manner. So that's why I thought we should give them something in a return in this 4 year. So that's the only thing I got motivated every time. And also my sister is working in one of the MNCs. So she used to tell me ki, yeah Shubham, you have to do that, you have to do that. So I would like to thank her on this platform for pushing me towards that success. And this is the thing I am motivated towards.
I absolutely agree with you. वो कहते हैं ना, कुर्बान कर देते हैं अपनी हर इच्छा सिर्फ अपने बच्चे की एक मुस्कान के लिए, अपना सब कुछ नौछावर कर देते हैं खुद की औलाद की बेहतर जीवन के लिए. In short, our parents' hard work and sacrifice can be our biggest motivation. Talking about parents, Vishal sir, what was your parents' reaction when you told them about your placement?
Of course, they all were happy because at that time very few companies were there for placements, and I got placement for my first interview. So they are very happy and greetings me for my success of journey. And also they just telling me you just do good and good in your journey of the life. And that's me. And it's also important how your parents efforts for these all these placements and all. And it's great thing for me. So these all these for my parents reactions.
And so are we, sir. Could you please mention the do's and don'ts that one should be aware of?
Yes, absolutely. Guys, I would like to suggest you need to polite in your interview answers and make a good eye contact during the interviews. And one thing, if you don't know or understand the questions from interviewer, you just ask for clarifications. And guys, please don't speak over the interviewers. it make a bad impression on you, and don't answer poorly. It's also make a bad impression. And one thing I would like to suggest you, आपका जो इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट है वही आपका इंटरव्यू का एक टर्निंग पॉइंट बन सकता है, इसलिए आपका जो इंटरव्यू में जो आप बोल रहे हो वो सब सारी मतलब पोलाइटली और ट्रू आंसर्स दो, ताकि आप उस पर अगर क्वेश्चन पूछे जाए तो आप ट्रूली आंसर कर सको. इट्स अ टर्निंग, इट मीन्स इंट्रोडक्शन योर टर्निंग पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरव्यू.
Okay, Dhanshree, let me add some points in this answer. So, whenever you are introducing yourself in the interview, as I told you, don't make a false statement in your resume or in your introduction, and don't let them know your weakness. If they know your weakness, you will be discarded from that interview uh, as well. So that's why don't let them know your weakness. Just focus on your strength and just hammer that you are hammer the things you are good in. If you suppose you are good in Python, so let them ask, do the thing. Let them ask the question regarding Python only. If you are not good in Java, suppose I am giving an example, you are not good in Java or other things, so don't mention that things in your resume. What will happen if you mention that in your resume? The interviewer will get all the information from your resume, so he will ask question regarding your Java and other things. So that time you will not answerable. So it will make a bad impression on during your interview and on your interviewer as well. So that's the don't in this answer.
Okay, sir. We'll keep this in mind. Thank you, sir. Out of curiosity now, I want to know from Shubham sir that being a mechanical engineer student, why do you want to work for an IT company?
Uh, yes, Dhanashree, I'm a mechanical engineer, but no doubt I love operating uh, and designing machines. But as I'm growing, I saw the potential and the strength of IT industry in our day-to-day life. The more I'm reading about the IT sector, the more I'm finding myself inclined towards the IT sector. As we know nowadays, all the streams of engineering are getting interrelated. No industry is working independently. So if you go in the core sector, there will be some software regarding IT, and if you will go in IT sector, there will be some machine from core industry. So I think being a mechanical engineer, I should learn from all the industries, which will give my career a multi-dynamic approach. So that's why I am entering in the IT industries now.
I also want
Oh,
to add some points.
okay.
Okay, being a mechanical engineer, you now अपन अभी इंडस्ट्री 3.0 पे काम कर रहे हैं, बट आने वाले दिनों में इंडस्ट्री 4.0 बोले तो फुल्ली डिजिटलाइजेशन होने वाला है. तो उसके लिए
Yeah.
ऐसे नहीं है कि मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर है तो आपको मतलब डिजिटल चीजों का नॉलेज नहीं होना चाहिए. यू शुड हैव कीप इन माइंड, यू हैव अ नॉलेज ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स. if you're a mechanical engineer, your personality like dynamic. It's a great thing if you're mechanical engineering, but you have a knowledge of all these things, because industry 4.0 is automation and digitalization. So you can shift or you can track your all these journey or career in both these fields. So it's not mandatory to mechanical engineer, IT में नहीं जा सकते, all these things.
Yeah, I think it's a very good point. I think it's not sufficient for us to be just a mechanical engineer, just be a mechanical engineer. If you are from IT sector, you have to try to gain some knowledge regarding core sector. And from core sector, if you are from core sector, so just try to bring some knowledge regarding some software from IT industries, on which software the trending MNCs multinational companies on working. So just strive to keep keep your knowledge upgrading. So it will help you in your future and your interview too.
Okay. Now, my last question for Vishal sir is: did the hiring manager ask you to ask him any question?
Yeah. At the end of your interview, your hiring manager is asked you, you have any question to me? So guys, you said definitely yes. There are a lot of questions, but I want to highlight some main questions. It's they are such as can you share your experience in your firm? Can you please guide me which software should I learn? What are the softwares which I learned for futures? And also some things like, if your interview asks some questions but you don't get it or answer to him, so you also ask him, सर क्या आप ये जो टॉपिक है क्या आप एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो? इट्स मेक अ गुड इम्पैक्ट ऑन यू एंड इट सेंस it make it sense like you are eager to know, you are eager to joining their company, and ग- how it means like आप कितना सीखने की चाहत रखते हो, ये बहुत इम्पैक्ट करता है उस चीजों पे. So you need to definitely ask some questions on that. It's
Yeah,
make a
and
good impact.
one important thing, whenever you will ask the question to your interviewer, don't ask them regarding their salary. Question regarding their salary. Uh, Let me tell you my experience when I was doing with my interview. One of the student from our group asked our interviewer, "See sir, what's your salary?" So it make very bad impression for him. So that's why don't ask salary regarding question to your interviewer or any your interviewer panel. So you can ask them question regarding the software and other things, but just don't ask them the question regarding the salaries.
Also, you don't ask question like, sir, what was our interviewer? Any comment on our interviewer? Please don't ask questions like these.
If he is okay with polite things or funny chat, then you can do. But if he is not okay with that, you must do not take that lightly.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's all from my side, guys. Now, I would like to ask our lovely audience to drop their queries or questions in the chat box. Till then, let's play Akkad Bakkad now. Just
Okay.
kidding. Let me check out some questions. Oh, look, we have our first question, which is from Coder7. Does pointer matter in campus placement?
Okay. So no pointer. Yeah, pointer matters only when company give a criteria. If suppose example, if some company is approaching our college and they want a student who have 60% above aggregate from their 10th standard till now. So yes, the criteria of percentage and aggregate will surely matter. I I would like to tell all the student over here to try to get their percentile over 70%. Don't make your pointer below 60% at least.
The
So if you are
pointer, and also I would like to one thing. The pointer is only the thing is it just screen out the students. The number of students they are screen out only. It means
yeah
if hundred people applying for that and they just want 5 people, so the criteria of percentage already screen out the 50 students. So competition is very low, and they also identify a best five easier one at the easier one
yeah
step. So
if
that's why they
company
need.
Yeah, if a company is approaching our college and company is having 30 vacancy, and uh, if a student from our college are very much, so they will screen out all the people who are having percentile below 70%. So it will very easy. It will be a very easy process for
Yes,
the
yes.
interviewer. So don't make your pointer, don't get your pointer below 70%, at least 60% at least.
Okay, I hope Coder 7 you got your answer. Now the next question is Zugle. Shubham, you mentioned about weaknesses. How to tackle situations or answer when interviewer asks about your weaknesses. Like tell your strength and weaknesses.
Uh, you can answer the interviewer in a such manner. Okay, sir. Just let him or her know your strength, and after that, you can tell him a weakness, like whatever you want to tell. If you are having a weakness, just be honest with them. And if you are telling the weakness of yours to your interviewer, just add in last of your answer, yes sir, this is if example, yes sir, this is my weakness, and I am striving to make that my strength. So let him or her know uh, you are trying to make your weakness into your strength, convert your weakness into your strength.
I just want to add some point in short. It's like, अगर आपके पास कुछ अगर वीकनेस है, तो आप बस वो कैसे ओवरकम करते हो, और उसको आप कैसे अपनी स्ट्रेंथ बनाते हो, दे जस्ट, मतलब उनको बस यही चाहिए कि आप कैसे उसको स्ट्रेंथ बनाते हो बस. दैट्स व्हाई
Yes.
दे आस्क यू देयर वीकनेसेस एंड ऑल,
And give them answer in very positive manner, very confident manner.
इन अ कैजुअल वे.
Sometimes what will happen if you are giving answer and your confidence is low, so interviewer will keep that in his mind whenever he will select the students. So that confident, that hustle for the campus placement you should have from now.
Okay. I hope Tejas you are satisfied with the answer. Now the next question is from 1306 Lochan. If we doing if we don't join any coding classes from outside and only focusing on college studies, does it help for placement?
uh,
आई
yes,
जस्ट वांट टू वन. ओके,
this is
ओके,
very good
शुभम कैरी.
question. So, see, it's a very if you are diving into a industrial market now, it's a very vast sea. बहुत गहरा समंदर है ये. So in that sea, uh, different there are so many companies who is they are working on different projects and different technologies. So it is not sufficient to get knowledge from only from college. You have to do something different uh, for that interview. Academics is not sufficient. You have to gain some knowledge from outside from the college. वो कैंपस के बाहर भी एक बहुत बड़ी दुनिया है. If you want to climb the uh, mountain, so you have to burn like a, if you are trying to shine like a sun, first you have to burn in that fire, so then only you will shine.
आई ऑल्सो वांट टू ऐड समथिंग. हमने भी अभी इतने इंटर्नशिप्स किए हैं, पाइथन कोर्स, ये कोर्स, हर एक कोर्स किया है, बट ये सब नॉमिनल रहता है बस इंटरव्यू तक. ये सारी चीजें बस इंटरव्यू तक नॉमिनल रहते हैं. बट आप जब रियल में जब इंटर्नशिप, कंपनी के इंटर्नशिप जब करते हो, तो एक्चुअली आपको पता चलता है कि हाउ कोडिंग वाज, व्हाट इज द कोडिंग, एक्चुअल मीनिंग ऑफ कोडिंग. तभी आपको पता चलेगा. बाकी नॉमिनल चीजों के लिए तो इट्स ओके, योर academics okay, your python courses with certificates, all this okay, but what actually is coding, it's only if you get enter in this companies gate.
Yeah,
That's it.
and
That's
interviewer will not ask you for the certificate कि हाँ मेरे को certificate दिखाओ. No, he will ask you the knowledge
only
you
knowledge.
have. So आपने बोल दिया कि ये सर मेरा सर्टिफिकेट है दिखा दिया, so it will not work.
और इंटरव्यूअर को भी पता है कि you just have theoretical knowledge.
Yes,
And he also you just he also ask you what is concepts, not the actual coding and all. So
yes.
these things, it's all nominal.
Nowadays in IT company, what IT companies are doing now, they are hiring student as a raw material and they are processing on that raw material, and after that they are dispatching. जैसा बोलते हैं ना कि एक कोई भी अ, लोहे का ये लेके पीस लेके उस पे प्रोसेस करके कुछ तो भी एक चमकने वाली चीज बनती है. So they will work on you and they will dispatch you wherever they want to be.
Okay, thank you. Now, the next question is by Dr. Wadaskar. What are the skills required for getting into core sector?
Okay. uh, can he specify his branch?
No, he didn't
Hello.
specify anything. He just she just actually asked ki, what are the skills required for getting into a core sector.
Okay, it is core sector. Like if you are from mechanical, you just have a core industries knowledge like production. Mainly the engineer works in core industries like in design field. Only it also civil engineer or electrical engineer or mechanical. The engineer, they need like design engineer. They just want design engineer. So you need to focus on the softwares like CATIA, AutoCAD, NCs. Also for civil engineers like uh, CATIA software, AutoCAD also. There are lot of softwares are there.
Yeah, and let me tell you my experience from our Tata's internship. When we visit there, we saw Vishal is also here. We also know we saw on the production line no engineer were there. Only a diploma student and a ITI student were there, and all the graduate people who are present there as a employee, they are working in office. So you have to be best with all the things Vishal actually told. Just do your katia and the other courses regarding core industries. Only yeah, if you are if you want to get placed in a core industry, you have to build your knowledge regarding core sector. You have to be good with core knowledge and the syllabus also, production syllabus. There are so many like IT industry, there are so many software on which the core industries are working, and nothing they are uh, when we see the production line, the ITI student and diploma student are there only for the supervision.
Yes, yes.
They did not work on that machine. It will perform itself all the process once the code was run.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for asking that question. Next question is by Mr. V. Uh, how which questions are asked in aptitude test, or how questions are asked in aptitude test?
Okay. The questions was actually from there are three types of aptitude like quantitative aptitude, logical aptitude, and verbal aptitude. And they also have bifurcation in their titles. Like in quantitative aptitudes, you have problems on train, you have problems on probability, trains questions, and profit and loss. There are so many topics in quantitative aptitudes, and
Ratio and
from
proportion were there.
yes, all there are
Time
so
with
many
question.
lot of questions are there. In logical reasoning, you have blood relationship, directions, clocks. It's also have so many. things. And in verbal, the verbal is really, it means like at the level of you you just know all these things, but what they know, what they want and what we actually want, we have both the different answers. अगर अपने को लगता है कि ये सही होगा, बट उनके हिसाब से वो उनको क्या सही लगता है, ये बस एक वर्बल में है जो थोड़ा डिफिकल्टी जो करता है बस.
Yes, and once you join any class regarding CRT, na, you will get to know how aptitude is. So there were some companies which had programming and pseudo coding in their aptitude. So aptitude is not only for reasoning, mathematical reasoning, and that you have to solve or run codes in the aptitude too. But it depends on company for which post you are applying, as I told you, and how many students are applying.
Okay. Thank you for the question, Mr. V. Okay, this question is for Vishal sir now. Can statistics student get job in IT sector companies? And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
by
sure, absolutely.
montage gameplay.
Yes, yes, sure, absolutely. If you have knowledge, so you can get in all over the things, like in IT companies, every companies. It's statistics students also get in IT companies, like as a data scientist. The statistics is mainly work on it. It is compulsory to deal with the data science. And for this statistics, they need to learn some languages like R programming, Python programming, MySQL, NoSQL, Oracles. There are also a lot of things to learn to getting a job in IT companies. And I
Okay.
want to suggest him or her to you just do these things and get a job in IT companies, and you definitely get a job in IT companies.
I hope they.
And I also like to add something. If you are not from any PE or graduate background, if you are not from IT background, find something exceptional, because what will happen if you are joining any campus recruitment process in the group of 10, so out of that 10 student, 8 student is having will have knowledge regarding coding. So you have to make your resume in exception, for a different. You have to show your knowledge in different manner, so that it will create a very different impression or interviewer, and he let interview think about you during the selection. So show something different along from that nine student. Yes, I am different from that nine student. So you should hire me. Let interviewer think about yourself twice.
And about 50 to 60% people who worked in Google, they are non-graduates or don't have a degree like engineering.
Yes.
So it's a big thing to keep motivate that students they don't have engineering degrees and all. You just gain some knowledge, some skills. You just make out yourself at that level.
Okay. I hope your query is answered. And the next question is by Chopre. How did you both answer the question? Where do you see yourself after 10 years?
Uh,
Quite nice question. But firstly, in first 2 to 3 years, I want to brush up my all this knowledge and make myself like sharp in all these things. And I also want to, in all over these 10 years, keep updating myself. Like इफ दिस अगर कोई कंपनी बोलती है कि आपको ये कोर्स आना चाहिए, तो आई एम अपग्रेडिंग माई सेल्फ लाइक दिस. अगर कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी में कोई ये देता है कि आपको सेल्सफोर्स आना चाहिए, तो कीप अपग्रेडिंग माई सेल्फ लाइक दिस. एंड इन 10 years आई वांट टू बी in a senior position of my company or any other company.
yeah. So also, I also want to do good and I'm trying to be good in right now the company I have, and in next 10 year I want to gain knowledge regarding uh, all the things on which software the most of the companies are working, and all these things like Vishal told us, we just want to brush up our knowledge for next 5 to 6 year. Then we will see ourselves in a good position like senior manager or senior analyst.
Hello.
Yeah, Dhanashree.
I think so. She was left. Okay, guys. I'm carry with your questions. It's Manish Khandekar. If she not do any language course, they study what
Semester subject can apply
apply for
for
Cognizant.
campus.
No, it's little bit difficult, you guys. You
Sorry.
have आपको तो आईटी इंडस्ट्रीज का नॉलेज तो मस्ट है, क्योंकि अगर आपको आईटी इंडस्ट्रीज का नॉलेज ही नहीं है तो वो आपको क्यों हायर करेंगे? इफ यू डोंट हैव एनी बेसिक नॉलेज, so why they want also waste their money and time on you? So you need to prepare all these things, then you got a job in Cognizant and all over the firms.
Yeah, and Apni Dunya is having a doubt. I don't know his or her name.
Okay.
So can I start coding from? The question is, can I start coding from C language? From C language from fourth sem, because I not have any knowledge about coding. Will it help me after 2 years at the time of interview?
Yeah,
Yes, you
yeah,
can
yeah.
start with the C language. After C language, you can do C++, Python, Java, whatever you want to be, and it will really help you after 2 years. Once you can start the process, you will get to know how these
Yes, yes, yes,
things
absolutely.
happen next by next.
And I also want to suggest you, you just need to focus on 1 to 2 language. Not ऐसा मत करो कि आपको सारे कुछ सीखना है और मेरे को मतलब आप खुद का ही बस खिचड़ी मत बनाओ. You just need to
हाँ.
focus. If you do C language, then you need to choose Python or Java. If you do Python, then get higher courses like if you want to become a data analyst, then you need to go from MySQL, NoSQL, Oracle, then machine learning. These things like that. If you want to Java developer, then you need to go Java, core Java, advanced Java, JavaScript. It is goes to the front end developer like. So you need to focus and get a decision over it. I think he get his answer. And
From where did you both?
anyone have any questions?
From where
Sir,
did you
please.
both of you learn coding? So
Okay.
we learn coding from YouTube, because
Yes.
during our second and third year there was lockdown, COVID, because of COVID. So at that free time we learn something good, which help us in our campus recruitment. So from YouTube we learn our coding.
Okay, sir, please, Deepak YT, sir, please tell which language are you complete? I'm doing Python and MySQL for become a data analyst. So this certification course are I'm done. What other ones? Any questions, guys? At least कितने languages हमने job के लिए आना चाहिए? It's not a barrier of number of languages. it's a it's not, it doesn't make any sense you have 10 languages, you have 5 languages. It's not mandatory. You just need to focus on only 1 or 2 languages, but in proficient. आपका एक लेवल होना चाहिए कि एडवांस लेवल, कि आपको 2 ही लैंग्वेज आते हो बट यू आर कंफर्टेबल एंड यू आर परफेक्ट इन दैट लैंग्वेज. दैट्स इट. देयर इज नो नंबर बैरियर. Okay, Dhanshree is there.
Okay.
Dhanshree, Unmute yourself.
You are not
Unmute.
audible.
You're not audible.
Yes. So Mr. V is having a doubt. Uh, One more question. Are there any chance of industrial IoT placement? Yes, it depends on college on and it also depends on the industry. If industries are approaching our college, then yes, there will be a chance of industrial IoT placement.
No, Dhanshree, you are not audible. Unmute yourself. Okay,
We
okay. We will
also
handle. We will handle it. We will handle it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
from when you start preparing session.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shivendra Tiwari.
Mm, I think we are done with all the doubt.
Okay,
Was
okay.
CRT classes
No,
is helpful for you or
no,
not?
Shubham.
Yes,
You.
CRT classes
Yes,
will
yes.
CRT classes was very helpful for us because we didn't know how to crack our aptitude test. So yes, CRT classes was very helpful for us, and there you will get knowledge regarding all the questions and query of aptitude test. They will also let you know how to do your interview, how to give your interview, how to tackle the rounds like GD and all.
Okay, Shubham. Hello, Dhanshree. Hello. No,
No,
no, you are not audible.
uh, how much internship you have? Ritesh Kumar, we have a three internship as I told you. The first internship is from a MIDC based aluminium company. Second internship from Archini Railway Loco Shed, and third internship from Tata Advanced System Limited, which is situated in Mihan.
Yes. Vivek, on this, being mechanical engineer, what you suggest to your junior whether they should go for job in software industries or go for mechanical industries? I would I would like to suggest all those juniors who are from mechanical or it's not IT or non-IT background. So if you are mechanical engineer, so you are shifting your career in IT industries. Okay, but अगर आप आईटी इंडस्ट्री के लिए अप्लाई भी कर रहा है, अगर एक मैकेनिकल स्टूडेंट है, अगर वो
You are not audible, Vishal.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible, but Vishal is not audible. Okay, Dhanashri, you can.
like from fluid mechanics, from IT companies, and also his questions like what future softwares you know. So आपको एक बात ध्यान रखनी चाहिए कि आप कोई भी ब्रांच से रिलेट करते हो, यू हैव नॉलेज ऑफ बोथ दिस इंडस्ट्रीज, फ्रॉम योर इंडस्ट्रीज ऑल्सो एंड फ्रॉम योर आईटी इंडस्ट्रीज. ये बस ये चेक करने के लिए होता है कि आप अपने ब्रांचेस को लेके कितना सीरियस हो, और अगर आप शिफ्ट होते हो तो आप ये भी चीज़ को आप कितना सीरियसली ले पाओगे. दे ऑल्सो चेक योर ग्रास्पिंग पावर एंड ऑल. सो
And
दैट्स
I would
माय
like to thank Vivek Sonde sir for being nice with us over a 4 year. He help us in everything. So that's the important thing, and he was very polite with us. So thank you, Vivek Sonde sir.
Thank you, everyone. Such an interactive audience. I appreciate you all. I tried to cover all your questions, but because of the time limit, we will have to call for an end. To all those who have had their queries unanswered, don't worry. You will take you will be taken to into consideration. in our next Mulakat. At last, Vishal and Shubham sir, do you want to add anything or any advice to your juniors?
Yes, yes. I would like to add some things like first of thing for core students, if you have a opportunity to grab any placement, any it means any, अगर आपके हाथ में कोई भी प्लेसमेंट आ रहा है तो आप वो ग्रैब करके रखो, आप वो अपॉर्चुनिटी को छोड़ो मत. अगर इफ यू आर थिंकिंग लाइक नो आई वांट टू बिकम आई वांट टू जस्ट वर्क ऑन वर्किंग इन कोर इंडस्ट्री, इट्स ये भी एक बात अच्छी है, बट आप अपॉर्चुनिटीज मत छोड़ो. अगर आपके पास आईटी कंपनीज का जॉब है, यू जस्ट होल्ड इट, यू डोंट लूज दैट. अगर आपको इफ इन केस अगर आपको कोर इंडस्ट्रीज में जॉब नहीं मिल रहा है, तो यू हैव अ बैकअप, लाइक यू हैव अ जॉब इन आईटी इंडस्ट्रीज, you can also shift over there if you have a good grasping power. So you just make one thing, you just go anywhere, you have your success your own, just that's it.
And one thing also, suppose example, if someone is having three companies in his or her hand, so just go for the company which is offering the good package. And once you got the company which is offering a package higher than all the companies which are approaching to our college, don't don't give your resume, or don't apply for the company which is giving less package than you have at that time.
Okay.
If you
Thank
are
you
having
both
the
of you.
I also want to one thing. अगर आप कोई भी कंपनी ज्वाइन कर रहे हो तो प्लीज आप फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी आप एमएनसीज कंपनी को दो, क्योंकि आपका
yes,
ये जस्ट स्टार्ट है. तो यू जस्ट मेक योर बेस स्ट्रॉन्ग, स्ट्रॉन्ग इनफ टू मेक अ जंप टू अ गुड थिंग. इट मीन्स लाइक अगर आप जंप अच्छी लोगे, मतलब आपको जंप अच्छी चाहिए तो आपका बेस स्ट्रॉन्ग चाहिए. अदरवाइज
yes.
आपका बेस स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं होगा तो यू जस्ट लाइक यू गॉट माई पॉइंट. So that's why, friends, you need to focus on MNC's company first. If you don't have, then you can join any one company. That's it.
And last one point, only for the third year students. I came to know last day when I was interacting with one of our faculty, Tiwari sir. He told us that Cognizant and Hexaware is approaching our college for the placement. So I would like to tell all the student over here from third year, keep your documents updated. Once you will get placement in all the MNCs, na, they will ask for passport. So at my time, during my placement, I didn't aware of that. So I faced little much problem during my passport making process. So you have to be update regarding all the requirements of company if they are asking for passport. So make so from today onwards, you can uh, start the process of making password and passport and all these things. And one thing also, you have to check whether the name of yours in your 10th mark sheet and and PAN card is must be same. अगर वो दोनों नाम आपके डिफरेंट होंगे, so company will not एक्सेप्ट दैट. सो वो थोड़ा ध्यान रखिए उसमें.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Thank
all
you.
our side.
Thank you, both of you, for your valuable time and appreciate it. I hope you
Thank
all
you.
gained something useful from today's Mulakhat. At last, I want to thank Rohan Bure for poster, Aman for conveying message, Sarvagnya and Yash for YouTube and Google Meet link respectively, and the whole team of training and placement for coordination and suggestion. And you know the YouTube drill. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hope you have a great evening, students. Thank you all.
I would like to thank all the faculties for showing their faith on us and helping us on our time. And I would also like to thank all the student over here who for such a lovely audience. And
Yes.
that's it from us. Uh, all
Thank
the
you to
best
all.
to all of you and for your future.
All the best for your futures. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.